Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. If you're new here, we're Sean and Tyler. We're two dads, and we post content of our life with our 6-month-old son. If you're new here, you should subscribe. We post new videos twice a week. But we have an announcement. Do you want to do the drum roll? We're moving. This is something that we have talked about wanting to do for a bit before, and we can spend a minute talking about, I guess, why and what we're looking for in a house. We can't. So we spent. It's currently Monday, September 1st, and we have spent all day touring houses. We thought we were going to rent again, but then we decided, well, let's look into, because we were looking at, what rentals are going for, and then comparing. So like, okay, what if we just, buckled down a little bit and.
There's not that much of a difference in the price of a rental that we would want versus just
buying a house
monthly payment wise.
So for the last couple of weeks, we've been going through this process of getting pre-approved for a mortgage, and we did get a pre-approval, and then there was a holiday, and then we came back from our little trip. Our real estate agent toured us. I think we toured 8 houses today?
Something like that.
Yeah, something like that. A lot of them. And we narrowed it down to 2 that we really liked. And as of right now, we've put an offer in on one of them, and I don't want to show you any clips or anything we got because it's someone's home, and
it's still decorated like their home and everything. Yeah.
So hopefully the house that we put an offer in on, they accept, and we can start moving forward with that. But to give you some context as to why, Harrison is getting really close to moving around. And I don't know, as homeownership hasn't always been the goal for me. It was a nice to have, but becoming a dad has made me be more conscious of what I leave behind. And as Harrison's starting to get older, it's come to our attention that our house we are in now is not the most kid-friendly, family-friendly.
Yeah, I mean, it would work. It would work, but it's the house we live in right now was built in 1900, and we love it. It's been great to us. I love the look of it. I love the location. I've loved it here, but it just is starting. The stairs here are almost dangerous. Not dangerous. And
we don't have our own yard. That was a big thing, was as he gets older and having a place for him to run around.
Plus, we live in a major area here in Louisville, and it's loud all the time. We live in, I don't want to give too much away. Never mind.
Yeah, we live in a loud area of town. We live close to a fire station, and there's always, it sounds like I'm complaining, I know, that's not what I'm complaining about, I'm glad they're there and they're able to help, but there's always an emergency when Harrison is taking a nap. And I don't know, I think some of the things that when we looked into this house when we were just about to get married, that...
We were thinking about just us.
Yeah. And I don't know, we toured some really beautiful homes, and I wish I could buy them all. But I don't know, it was a lot of fun. And our agent was great, and offers in, and hopefully they accept, and then that will unlock a whole new level of content, because we'll have moving series and decoration series and organizing. Yeah. The house we put an offer in on actually doesn't need any real projects. There's some paint, but
things that can be done in a day.
Yeah. So we can talk for a second about what we were looking for in a house. Our current house is 3-bed, 1.5 bath, and that bathroom is upstairs, and very small. We've complained about that.
Yeah, we've complained about. I was checking to see if Harrison was awake. It was sound that it triggers his sound, but it's sound from the street.
Yep. I'm so tired. We wanted. We complained at length about
the bathroom.
Our storage in general. We bought an IKEA closet, and that's helped, but we do own a lot of things, and then we've only added to it with the baby. So we were looking for a house that is at least that we could grow into. we could see our family like growing into, because maybe we'll have more kids one day, or so we were looking for at least 4-bed. 5 would be nice. A large what?
I just remembered that we always said that when we got a new house, not right away, but that shortly after we would probably get a new cat. So that was just the thought. I was like, oh.
So yeah, we were looking for a decent sized yard, place to entertain like our families and stuff, or for them to stay with us. That's when like Tyler's family would come, we'd be like so cramped.
Because a lot of them stay at once.
Yeah. Or like when we host like Christmas or stuff like that. A yard was important. A fenced in yard is because our dogs. We currently don't have a fenced in yard. Our dogs don't run off, but still, we'll have babies running in the yard or a baby running in the yard. Yeah, and at the end of the day, like this house is great, but we didn't own it, and so what we could do with it, like we couldn't just add a fence. We couldn't
change things we would just like to change.
Yeah. So, but our landlords have been great, and I think I will end up, when we actually do move, miss this house quite a lot. So hopefully by the end of this vlog, because we should find out today if our offer is accepted, we can tell you that an offer has been accepted, but we won't show you guys the house until it's time to move. We'll leave some element of surprise, but I'm really excited. It's a huge step for us, and like thinking about like our family and yeah. Anything else you want to add?
No, I'm excited to see what happens, where it goes.
Yeah. Also, it's a big risk because our rent, like our projected mortgage payment, is higher than our rent is now, and it's the most I've ever paid for anything in my life. So I think this is our neighbor's dog. This is the single biggest purchase that we've ever made, and yeah, we're super excited. But with that, we're gonna carry on the vlog as normal, and we just wanted to make that announcement because we left the last vlog with, we're doing something, and we've been talking about it like for a little bit now, and just keeping it to ourselves. So with that, I think Tyler, in true to form, has something to open. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, so we can pay off our mortgage. And yeah, take it away, baby. It's recording now.
Okay. So if I look like a major Sabrina Carpenter fan, I am. But I have 3 Sabrina Carpenter vinyls that came in while we were gone, and so I'm going to show them. So the first one I have here is the Emails I Can't Send deluxe version, and so it just has the extra bonus tracks pressed onto it. I don't remember what color the pressing was, like a cream, matches the album. Cute. Had to have it, so. And then the controversial album cover of the year, and this is the front, back cover, gatefold. This should have a signed print. It does. And
the back of the print. Oh, the track list.
Yeah. And then I believe this pressing is just the standard blue.
Nice.
And then the last one I have is the same album, just a alt cover, and Sean ordered it for me. So this is the alt cover. Gatefold.
Cakes.
And this pressing is pink. Yep. This one is going on the wall.
Yeah, I think we'll end up losing the vinyl wall in the new house, like the actual wall. But if that's the one we go for. But we wanted, another thing we looked for was a place like that is more like, we have 2 living rooms right now. This house also has 2 living rooms, at least the one we put an offer in on. But we wanted one with a big enough space for like our main entertainment, so we could like put records on while we're just like hanging out in like the common area. So that is something we like looked for in a house, which like feels silly, but when you're shopping for a house, like it's, you should look for what you want. And like and when we were renting, we were just in a different spot than we are now, and we made some sacrifices. And one of them is like we have like our front room and living room are like, I don't know, they're spread out, and I think I am gonna be, because this house, we got married in this house, We brought our baby into this house. I don't know. It's the longest I've lived in one place, actually, because I used to move every year when I lived in Washington, D.C. Except for like my childhood house, we lived there for a long time. But I don't know. It's crazy. Like, yeah, like Tyler said, when we moved here, we were thinking about just us, and now we're like, okay, well, schools and those things. But okay, the rest of this vlog is probably gonna go through tomorrow at least. Tomorrow is our very last adoption post-placement visit. So lots of things happening in the next 2 weeks here that we've alluded to, but can't really talk about until they're done. But tomorrow's our last post-placement visit. So Harrison was adopted out of Nevada. We live in Kentucky. There's this thing called the Interstate Compact, and both states have to essentially agree on rules that govern adoption. And so the state of Kentucky requires 3, Nevada requires 6. Typically, they always go with a more, I'm trying to think of the word to use, not conservative, but the more hands-on state's rules. And so Nevada requires 6 in-home visits. Kentucky, I think, only requires 1 in-home, but 3 post-placement visits. You could do them over Zoom. So we've had to have 6. And tomorrow is the very last one. And that also feels surreal that like that chapter's closing too. And then after that, we have to go to court, Zoom court, because we're finalizing in the state of Nevada to to finish the legal adoption process. So that will also be done within the next couple of weeks. And then we have Tyler's birthday next week, and so much, yeah, just so much going on. Yeah. Our son's comedic timing, it never fails. We talk like he is the best behaved baby until our food gets here, and he has like a 6th sense. He has been napping for 2 hours, like literally 2 full hours, and we ordered pizza. I decided that I wasn't cooking tonight because we got in, and we've had a long day with, like, again, 28 houses. It's exhausting, and we crisscrossed town for them. But we ordered pizza, and Harrison is up as soon as the food gets here. Good morning. Good morning. I'm so happy to see you. Turn the sound machine down. Good morning, baby boy. Let's get you changed up and ready for the day. Morning. Good morning, vlog. It's the next day. It is Tuesday, September 2nd. I have to go back to work today, but I want to give a couple updates. We didn't really do much after we ordered pizza last night. We kind of hung out. We kind of sat and anxiously waited to hear back from the seller of the house we put an offer in on yesterday. And the long story short is there is no update. So we put an offer in yesterday, and our real estate agent, our buyer's agent, essentially put an expiration of 10 o'clock. At 9:57, the seller said they wanted more time. There was another offer that was a little higher than ours, and they hadn't decided yet. And so they wanted until 7 o'clock today. So we are essentially putting a new offer together because we think this is the house. We think this is like the closest that we will find to our dream house. And so we're upping our offer a little bit. We're going to put a new offer in with an escalation clause. An escalation clause essentially says that up until a certain amount, which we have the kind of our ceiling. We weren't at our ceiling. We were still pretty far below our ceiling. Well, there's 2 ceilings. There's like the amount we were pre-approved for, and then there's the amount we actually want to pay. And we were far below both. So pretty much I told our agent, this is the amount that we're willing to pay for this house. And if we can make it work, let's offer this and then put an escalation clause essentially. So what it says is if there's any offer, we will go $2,000 over that offer up to this amount. And that just strengthens our hand a little bit. There's pros and cons, and real estate friends, may have different opinions on it, but the people that say there is a con usually is that it shows like your whole hand up front to the seller. So they know like that's our limit. But the pro is that, we don't have to kind of go back and forth. So there are a couple contingencies in the contract, but pretty much that puts us in the best position to win the bid. I didn't want to be in a bidding war, but it's a house that frankly there's an open house this weekend, and I think if we waited, hold on, let me adjust him. Like the house won't be on the market this weekend. It's kind of like a gym, if you will. But if this house falls through, there's another house that we toured yesterday that we really liked. Up until we saw the house that we ended up putting an offer on was not one that we had like seen. Like it wasn't on our list, but our agent just pulled it for us and recommended it to us. But the other house was our first pick up until we saw that house, and the house that we put an offer in was the second to last house we toured of 8 yesterday. So our agent's also going to call the listing agent for that and see if there's any offers in. If there is not an offer, after 7 o'clock, we will tie an offer together and put an offer in on that house if we don't hear back from the sellers of the house that we really, really want. We're more than fine with either house. If both those offers fall through, we will pretty much go back to tour again, because of the houses we saw, there were some that we liked more than others, but the two that we're willing to make an offer on were the two that we loved. And we want to make sure we're making good, we're not making like a decision on, because the house that we buy, we want it to be like our home for, we don't want to just live there for 2 years and move out. We want it to be there for a while. Anyway, that's what's going on with that. Other update, we have our final adoption visit this morning at 9 o'clock. It's currently 7:22. Tyler's still sleeping because he was up with Harrison last night. And so waiting on that, it's our final visit. And then, so a social worker comes to your house. I kind of explained this yesterday, kind of just checks on the baby, reads his doctor's notes. He hasn't been to the doctor since our last visit. It's just a few weeks ago. But because our last visit, we need 6. And even though our last one was like end of August, we still need one for September to finalize in September. And so our court date was already set. So we just had to squeeze in another visit on literally September 2nd. Because our finalization date is coming up pretty soon. So she has to do the visit, go back, write a report, send it to the state of Nevada, the state of Kentucky, and then we will be in the clear there. So that's our update, and I'll keep you posted.
Okay, guys, so this is the first you are hearing from me today. I did run out earlier. I had to grab something for my mom, but Harrison was just not cooperating in the car that time, so didn't film anything from that. But right now I'm running into Costco. We just need some chicken breasts and a couple little things, and then I have to swing by Kroger because we have a grocery order to pick up, because we didn't really get a lot of groceries last week because we knew we were going to be out of town like half the week, whatever. So that's what we're doing now, but Harrison's a ticking time bomb. I got to get him out of the car and head in here, so. Okay, guys, I was going to try to film a grocery haul. I think if you watch the vlogs often, you know what we get, but Harrison is having a meltdown, so I'm just going to put the groceries away. Hey, guys, this is the first you're hearing from me today. Harrison is napping. We did just go for a walk, but he actually kind of got fussy towards the end of that walk, which is unusual for him on a walk. He's usually pretty chill. Perfect, actually. But I got in. I want to throw some weights around here for a minute before he wakes up, so I need to get that in, shower real quick. I've also got my phone back here because I'm trying to get some clips for TikTok. We are trying to grow our TikTok a little bit, so if you're not following us over there, please do. I think the link will be in the description. Yeah, so I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Okay, I just sorted through some of this laundry. Harrison is sitting here. He was watching Elmo while I folded. What's funny is a lot of times, and then also have this laundry that is laying here that needs put up, and then also we have a suitcase that has not been fully unloaded. So, lots of work to do, but a lot of times what happens is I will get things folded, but then he's done with the bumbo by then, and so then I have to come back again at another window or while he's asleep or another time and put everything that I've folded away. But that's just how life works with the sweet little baby. He's top priority always, and so he's up now, and we're gonna play and get to it, right, buddy? He is obsessed with his feet right now.
Before we close this vlog, we do have some news to share. Harrison will be 6 months old tomorrow. Well, that's not the news to share. It's crazy. 6 months ago tonight, we got a call and our life changed. Yeah.
It's been such a whirlwind of 6 months, and like Sean said, my life has, especially, I mean, obviously Sean too, but my day-to-day life has changed so much in these last 6 months, and I almost get a little emotional talking about it, but I like wouldn't change it for anything. So yeah, I get emotional when I start talking about Harrison. So.
And our adoption's gonna be final next week, but that's not the announcement. The announcement is that the house that we bid on that we really, really loved, we got. The seller accepted our offer. We had to go $10,000 over asking price, but we love it. We think it's gonna be our house for maybe forever, like maybe not, but it's a house that we can grow into. We won't share photos yet because I don't want to share listing. It's not our house. I don't want to share listing photos of someone else's stuff, as well as for privacy reasons. But
we'll do an empty house tour.
We'll do an empty house tour, and we'll talk about the process as it plays out over the next month or so. So our closing will be probably 30, 40 days from now.
We'll talk about some of the changes we want to make. The changes we want to make are small and minute, but there are a few of them. And then there's a few. It's a larger space than what we have now, so we'll probably have to get some more furniture and different things. We're gonna mill piece it, but I'm excited to just see it all come together.
Yeah, and I'm excited to see Harrison grow up in it, and it's gonna be like our little estate. We'll call it the Bond estate. But with that, we're gonna close this vlog. I know it's been pretty chatty, but we wanted to wait to close it until we got news on the house, and we have news on the house, and that's that. So lots of content on that coming your way. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Harrison is like holding my finger. He's like in his little chair.
Very playful right now.
Yeah, he's being very playful. So we're gonna get to him. But thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye.